Have you ever wondered why there are certain things that are deemed as sinful? Why there are certain things that I'm not allowed to participate in? Why is that? Why are those limitations there? And beyond that, why do I have a choice? If there's certain things that are harmful and bad, why did God just make those not be an option rather than my having the ability to choose to sin or not to sin? Why is that there? And have you ever wondered if there actually are any consequences to your actions? Sometimes we recognize consequences immediately to our actions, and other times, is there really? And so we come to Genesis chapter 2, and we get to verse 17 that says, "But the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat." God speaking here, "For in the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die." God gives them the first choice. There's no labeled sin yet, except for this now surfaces. Don't eat from that tree. Why did God limit them? Why couldn't they just eat from that tree? Well, notice that it was the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Now, knowledge, a lot of times in Scripture, is used not just to refer to knowing about something as far as information is concerned, but it also includes knowing in an experiential sense. I have experienced this. The Bible will use that a lot when two individuals have a physical relationship with each other, a husband and wife. It'll say that he knew her because he experienced her. So the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is that if I eat from that tree, it's not that I will know of good and evil, it's that I will begin to experience both good and evil. And the reason why God was placing that limitation was he was trying to prevent us from experiencing evil. He didn't want us to experience death and hardship and suffering and lack and hatred. All of those things God did not want to be a part of our lives. So he said, don't eat from the tree. And so the limitation is really for our benefit. But then why is the tree there to begin with? Why does he allow me to have a choice? And that is because we are in a relationship. And in a relationship, if I'm going to love, I have to be able to choose to love. If I'm just serving and doing because someone coerced me, forced me to do that, wired me to do that, then I don't necessarily love. But if I choose to be with this person, behave this way towards this person, then I actually love. So in order for love to exist, I have to have the ability to choose. So there's the tree. And because of that choice, there is the potential to choose poorly, and therefore resulting in the experience of evil. And then he says that if you do eat from it, you will die. Now, here's the thing. Adam and Eve, there has been no death yet. So Adam and Eve haven't even experienced death, even know what that is. We know what that is because we've experienced it, people dying in our lives. But they would have no way of knowing what that is. And so the consequence that is issued is such a consequence that it's not recognized by them. They don't understand what it is, but they just know that there's something bad that's going to happen. Something that I shouldn't want to happen will happen if I eat from this tree. So what I want us to do over the next week, if you would do this with me, is think through the choices that you have before you. You have the freedom to make choices. And the reason why you have the freedom to make choices is because God is giving you the opportunity to have a loving relationship with him. I'm limited, and I'm going to make choices to limit myself, not because I want to not be able to experience certain things or because someone's trying to restrict me, but because it's the communal thing to do. Because I'm in relationship with a person, with a community, I'm going to make choices to limit myself for the better of the community, for the better of my relationship with them, with God. And so I allow limitations in my life. Again, not because someone's trying to rob me of my joy, but because we're in relationship. And in relationship, you make choices to let limitations exist. And if you choose to do that, you choose to follow God in avoiding experiencing evil and then experiencing the consequences of it. But the other thing to consider is, if I do the wrong things and a consequence doesn't surface immediately, does that mean that there isn't a consequences down the road? Adam, I don't know how early God issued this commandment, but Adam lived over 900 years. So he was told he was going to die, and he didn't experience that for 900 plus years. So we could also do things that are going to invite consequences, but not experience it for a long time. And so ask ourselves, do I have a consequence ahead of me because of my choice? And hopefully that will influence me to be careful when I make choices in my actions to choose to do or to choose to limit myself. Is it is it a loving action? Is it going to have a positive impact on community, on relationships? And is it going to prevent a potential future evil experience or consequence ahead of me? These are things that need to be in my head when I am making choices day in and day out on behavior. What am I doing here? There is a tree of knowledge of good and evil standing before me. Am I choosing to eat from it? I hope that will influence your decision making, help you understand a little bit about why that tree was there. If you have any questions on that, feel free to comment, and I would love to answer your questions. If you like this video, you like this whole series on Bible reflections, please share the video, like it, comment on it. Anything you can do to do that, that would be appreciated. We have a Facebook page that you might be viewing this on. Please like and follow our Facebook page. You'll get notified of future videos as they're posted. If you're on our YouTube channel, again, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and we'll be so appreciative of you joining us on this journey. I hope God will help you continue to reflect on Scripture. God bless you.